What up? What happened? Hold up. My bad. I thought I added all y'all to it.
I was like, woo.
I was chilling back here on my pose ready and everything. What the hell?
My bad, dude. Y'all went through and clicked it so fast. Damn,
it's fine.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the ACS Universe. It is Friday, so it's Fire Fridays, and this is what we do. Like always, I appreciate you guys. Friday nights, for some people could be really busy and things of that nature. So I appreciate you spending some of your Friday evening with us.
Careful,
And
Neil's got fire.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, let's get right. Let's see. V in the house. What up in this bitch? Let's fucking go. Yes, sir. Cooley, what's good, man? Let's go. Neil in the house. Neil, obviously you see him on the panel. He's in the house. V says showtime. Prima, what's good? What's up? Yes, Drogo, what up, homie? He said toilet seat bears. He said wrong show. He said, damn, y'all doing my boy Joy wrong already.
Seriously, what the hell?
Yeah.
In here, in the comments, Jesus.
Hey, TW, trust me, when the season starts, he'll be ready. He'll be ready to go. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So obviously, you guys saw the thumbnail. You know what's going on tonight. We're gonna be talking about a few things. Obviously, movie came out yesterday. A couple people saw it the day before, I believe. But Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness came out yesterday. We're going to be giving a non-spoiler review of that movie. And also, I will speak on something. Couldn't find it online to play it, but I will be speaking on, and Joey will have some thoughts on this as well, considering the hullabaloo that went about the Avatar.
He said hullabaloo.
I was not expecting that at all.
Oh yeah, show's off the rails already. But
just wait for Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's gonna be fun. Yeah. But yeah. So there was they showed their little teaser. We'll talk about that because yeah. And, we'll get to that and another movie that is coming out at the end of this month that everybody is looking forward to. I haven't met a person, newly met a person, or a person that I've already known who is not excited for this movie. So last night before Doctor Strange, there was a little snippet of Top Gun Maverick that was shown. It was absolutely fucking fire, dude. It got me so hyped. I was almost to the point where I was like, play it first and then play Doctor Strange. Yeah, play this movie and then play Doctor Strange after. That's how fucking hype I was when they showed it. It was fucking dope. God, and then obviously we'll talk about Moon Knight, the first. Now it's known that it's the first season. Up until I think a couple days ago, it was considered to be maybe one of those. What's the title for it? When a show only has one season, it's a limited, yeah, a limited series. That's what I thought it was. But then when Disney Plus and them started putting out their tweets about the final episode to the first season, they were like the season finale. So of course we got some more of that to look forward to, and we're gonna talk about it at length of Moon Knight, our thoughts on the final episode and the season, and pretty much, and then whatever else comes up, we're gonna. Excuse me. We're gonna jump on that. Oh, hey, do you go,
dude? I did not know he was
Bob's Burgers. Yo,
yes,
Bob Burgers, dude, man.
Oh my god.
TW says due to ice related activities, I'm ready to pull my hair. Ice related. What's going on up there? If you don't know TW, he's up there in
What in the hell?
Canada?
Canada, yeah, man. So is the weather getting crazy up there, dude?
No, he's talking about the NHL playoffs.
Not following that as closely as
who's being your team? Who's being? See, I already got you, bro. TW.
Okay, playoff hockey. Good. Nice. Hey, feel free to put your playoff hockey thoughts in the chat. I don't discriminate at all. We could be talking about Back to the Future Part 2 1 hour and 3 minutes in, and you throw a hockey reference in there or football or whatever. Let's go. I'm down for
about foosball.
See, cool. Gavin says, House of the Dragon trailer was. Yes. We might take a look at that.
Watch that.
Yeah, it's.
He likes the Leafs.
He's the Leafs.
Toilet seat leaves. Toilet seat leaves. Toilet seat leaves. It's not fun, is it?
Oh man. So yeah. Like I said, I appreciate you guys jumping on and talk with us and everything. I think we might have a couple people joining later on in the show. But I thought we would start that because when I made the thumbnail, obviously I put some things on there. There's something that I put on there. I made it really small. I made it really small on purpose just because of the context that comes with it, and that is so if I know on the show last week we were talking about it, and I've talked about it on a couple of the streams, is CinemaCon happened was last week or whatever, and they showed some stuff from some of our movies we're looking forward to with DC, Black Adam, things of that nature. We didn't get to see it, but they showed it there. And obviously they showed some stuff from Shazam, the second Shazam movie, Shazam 2. And the next day, once Avatar was able to have their panel or whatever, which like I said, didn't see it, but they showed a little teaser. And then shortly after they showed the teaser, news hit that they were just like, Shazam has been moved back a week. It was originally supposed to be released the same weekend as Avatar 2. They moved it back a week. I don't know, what the correlation is between Warner Brothers and what is this? It's not 20th Century Fox. It's Disney. It's because they bought 20th Century Fox, but it's like 20th
Century Studios or something?
Yes, that's it. That's it. So I guess whatever they showed, they thought it, it's like, let's move our movie back a week.
I was gonna say Neil, I think Neil froze.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't think
I noticed he didn't move, and I was like, he's probably gonna leave here in a second.
Oh yeah. He'll probably be back. Let's see. It says he says Bears won a ring in 86, Leafs have in 67. I know the pain. Hey man. Yes. He said the 20th. Yeah. So like they played whatever they had, for Avatar, and then like I said, we got news shortly thereafter that Shazam moved. So I thought, maybe, and we've discussed it, like maybe what they showed from Avatar was that much fire that they were like, oh, we need to give our movie some space. And when I went to the movies yesterday to see Doctor Strange on opening night, in the Multiverse of Madness, which we'll get to our discussion on that in just a bit. They showed that teaser, in which they said that's the first time most of the general public will be able to see that teaser will be before Doctor Strange. And I waited, they showed a couple of trailers before it, and then it finally came on, and I watched it. There's about what was it, like a minute and a half, or
a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, and very unimpressive. I'd say that. Yeah. I look, a lot of nice visuals, but the first movie had nice visuals, and so I have zero idea what made Warner Brothers or DC move Shazam, because it looked like the first movie. And look, let's. I like the first Avatar. I did. I own it. I have it on DVD, and I also own it on Blu-ray. I don't think I have it on 4K. I don't even know if it's out on 4K, but I do own it in several. I did enjoy the movie, and the first time I saw it, it's the same thing that captured audiences. Why it became the highest grossing movie of all time is the visuals were absolutely incredible. James Cameron tapped into something that had never been seen before.
Yep.
And especially with the 3D work, that have you ever seen it in 3D?
Maybe once. I think I saw it twice in theaters. I think once was in 3D.
Yeah, it was an experience, and I literally left the theater like, that shit was dope as fuck. And so, but the teaser looked like much of the same. It looked like, you know what I'm saying? It looked like it looked good because that's Avatar looks good. And it's not like it's groundbreaking because like the first Avatar, the story is legitimately like Fern Gully or one of these other movies that you know what I'm saying? It's nothing special or like it was just what drew audiences to the first movie and what made it make so much money is because it looked fire.
No,
like, you had never seen anything like that before. You know what I'm saying? No. And so with this one, when the teaser came on and I was watching, I was really expecting to see something. I mean, it showed some cool shit, some cool visuals, but I was like, this is no different than the first Avatar trailer that I saw before that movie came out. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about it, Joey? Is pretty much.
You know, here's the thing. I don't think the first Avatar movie is trash by any means, but like I don't think I've seen it since when did it come out? 2009?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So like I don't think I've seen it maybe since 2010. Like I just don't revisit it that often. It just doesn't really like I don't know. I just didn't have the same effect on me. And like all these years later, I'm still feeling the same way. And the you know, like you said, like people went for the visuals, whereas you know, the story wise, it was, you know, Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fine for a movie to do. Like, I mean, you look at The Northman, which is still like it's the story that inspired Hamlet. But the story of Hamlet's been told so many times. I mean, look at The Lion King.
Yeah.
So being able to, you know, again with The Northman, put out a movie so many years later and still captivate that audience, like that. So that's still possible. But with this story, it's just like, I don't know why I should care. And like, like, you know, just to go back to it, it's like, it looked great. I remember, you know, seeing it and just being blown away, especially by like the vehicles that they had on the planet. What up, dude? Like the vehicles they had on the planet and just the scale of everything. I was like, this looks, you know, it looks legit. But like, I think by my third viewing, which was, I think on, you know, DVD or Blu-ray, I was kind of just like, all right, I think I'm tapped out.
Yeah. It's and that's a lot of people's thoughts on the first Avatar. You know what I'm saying? Because it while it did like legitimately like take story tones from a lot of other things, the movie did, like we've been saying, it looked fire. Dude.
Yeah,
and that's where the thing was. So like with this teaser, I was hoping for something, but it just looked like the same movie.
No,
you know what I'm saying? There was some cool shit that I saw, but at the same time, I'm like, narratively, this has to be better than the last one because we don't live in the same world of movies like we did when that one came out. When that one came out, that struck. It was just like the game is done.
No, yeah,
James Cameron just came and finished all y'all with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's this movie, match me. And it took a while for like people to be able to match him with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of how well it was made. He was the first director to like literally film a movie with all 3D cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. So with the teaser, I was like, this made them move Shazam back a week. You know what I'm saying? Like this. And Neil, you haven't seen it, and you'll see it. I'm pretty sure they'll show it. Wait. Somebody over here said they didn't show it. That's fucked up.
Really?
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. Did you?
Oh, Prima said I felt ripped off. I got no Avatar 2 trailer. All I got was just a clip from Top Gun Maverick, which is fire. And that it's.
Did you see it in IMAX? I wonder if that makes like a
I know that. I think the Top Gun trailer was IMAX specific.
Oh, okay.
But I think the Avatar trailer was supposed to play before all showings.
That's weird that you didn't get it then.
Yeah, that's weird. It is. And if it was just IMAX, how you trying to promote your movie, bro? We haven't seen a trailer yet, and you're literally 5 months or 6 months from your movie coming out, or what is it, about 7 or 8 months from your movie coming out? Yeah. You're really just gonna exclude your trailer to just be IMAX? No, you need to get.
Personally, I was more excited for the Top Gun stuff. Like that got me so high. I was just like again, I'll probably, you know, get some hate for this, but I've only seen Top Gun a couple times, and I will like, you know, I think you had to have seen it when it came out, or like very early on in your
childhood
life, so that you get that nostalgic factor. Like, so I wasn't blown away by the first Top Gun, but like watching this in IMAX, I was like, oh shit, like, they're not messing around like at all. They're not really pulling their punches at all. Like this looks good.
Yeah. So I did just want to start with that just to say, yo, look, anybody who might have been sitting on the outside looking in at this and being like, yo, what's good with this Avatar stuff? It just looked like the first one to me. It didn't look like anything spectacular. It didn't look like a movie that obviously not the most popular when it comes to the DC characters, just considering the first movie or whatever, which was successful, don't get me wrong. But like Shazam has its own little niche space. It has its own little space. Mm-hmm. I didn't see a reason for them to push that movie back a week because of what I saw from Avatar.
The only thing else that I can think of was crowd reaction. If that crowd lost their mind at CinemaCon, maybe DC, saw that and was like, "Oh shit!" Like we didn't get half of that
crowd in my theater. Which, like I was telling you guys before we went live, it was pretty full. No reaction.
No reaction. It was just like
Top Gun. That leads me to the next topic I wanted to get on real quick. Let's see. You say, "Oh, that trailer was pretty." Which one are you talking about, TW? You talking about the
It's pretty.
It's pretty. If you're talking about the Avatar trailer, it did look good. It looked absolutely phenomenal. But as far as it having something to grasp me and say, "See me in December," I don't know about that.
Did you see V's comment?
What do you say? Which one? Hit the like button? Oh no.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me get down to it. Let me scroll through. He said he felt ripped. We see that. See, the first Avatar was a bit airbending.
Get out of here, Droga. Leave.
Yeah, Droga. It's that. Yeah. Interestingly enough, I learned this once the movie came out, which I thought was James Cameron being. Look, whatever you think about James Cameron, James Cameron's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
So when he made the first Avatar, one of his things was nobody can use the name Avatar, period. And so he made this movie after a very successful animated series that a lot of people loved, which was called Avatar: The Last Airbender. When he made this movie, he said no other live action film can be called Avatar ever. And they gave him that shit. And that's why when The Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out, he couldn't call it Avatar: The Last Airbender. He had to call it The Last Airbender because Cameron's asshole had that locked up. So there's that. Let's see, Halo was ass. We'll talk about that in a bit. What you talking about? You never seen TW? Let's see. Doctor Strange is full Sam. Yes, it's fire. Joe, we're going to take it to the streets over these Avatar comments. We'll be cool after.
I'm not even going to put up a fight. Like, I'm going to lose either way.
Avatar was I'm going to love it.
That's fine. I'm not saying saying you can't love Zoe. Like, she's great.
Zoe should have played Lois. Interesting. I was watching an IMAX screen, so that might be it. I don't know. What? Oh, you were watching it in IMAX, so they didn't show it still? That's weird. I feel cheated for you, Prima.
Yeah.
I feel like literally I feel cheated for that. Even though it wasn't that extra, it wasn't like, something to call home about. I do feel like you got cheated out of that.
Lame.
All right. So with that being said, Avatar teaser wasn't, to me, it wasn't fire enough to warrant the response from Warner Brothers and shit. Who knows what happens when the movie comes out? I mean, we're all going to watch probably, but we'll see what that. But another thing we mentioned, and that a couple of people in the chat have mentioned, and we've mentioned thus far, is so we get in there and we're sitting down once the screen comes up and shit. And surprisingly, it was kind of weird with my showing because normally there's like a lot of like commercials and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how they didn't show that much. All it showed was the concession stand thing, and then it went straight to the trailers. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
he bounced again. Oh man.
he's being really irregular tonight. No, I think ours kind of just got into it too. Like
it kind of just went. Yeah. And so the first thing I wasn't expecting it because I didn't know. The only thing that I was thinking that was pre the movie was the Avatar thing, because they said we're going to show it before Doctor Strange. And so when the screen popped up and it said Top Gun Maverick, here's a special. I was like, oh, nice. Bro, I didn't think we would get a full, dude, that shit was like 10 minutes. It was a long fucking clip from the movie. And the whole time, and you've heard us already say it, after it was over, I was like, play that right now. Play that movie. Not to go into any spoilers, because I know a lot of people haven't seen it. I do not know if they're going to release this online or not. Let's just say it was a training exercise that they showed with Tom Cruise, obviously Maverick, training the new recruits, and it was flawless. What do you think, Joe? You think it was flawless? It was.
Oh no, I mean, like, I'm always kind of blown away by movies that do that. I mean, Tom Cruise is probably flying his own plane. I don't know about the other actors, but like the fact that they can put them in those cockpits and then make you believe they're actually like dodging each other in the air and everything. It's just like it's awesome that you get to see that. And yes, like here, like the sound in the IMAX, I think really helped it too. Like it just, you heard the engines and just like, it looked like really crisp and no, it got me hyped. I mean, I again was more hyped for it than the Avatar stuff. But yeah, no, there was a moment where like I wasn't paying complete attention because I was like, okay, I don't like to watch clips anymore. Like before, like when before movies come out, because like I just don't want it to give it away, I guess.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where I was like sitting with my friend at the first screening. I was kind of just like, and then I look up and I was like, are they showing the whole movie? What the hell's going on? Because it went on for a while. It was like a 5-minute clip followed by like the rest of the trailer. Or whatever. But no, it's got me hyped. It's what, 3 weeks away now? Something like that.
Pretty much 3 weeks away, yes. Yeah, no, for me it was incredible. And when it started, I didn't know how much they were going to show, but then it kept going and going, and I was just like, this is dope. And also it never hit me at a point in time where I was like, are they giving away too much? Because I think what happens from what I saw, and then like they showed some trailer stuff at the end. That stuff is probably early on in the movie. They just wanted to give you just a tease of, and you're right, in IMAX, the sound was in. Just think about if you saw the Batman in IMAX when the Batmobile revved up in that one scene, the penguin scene and shit before the chase. That shit was loud like that.
Yeah.
It was like fucking. I was like, yo, what the fuck? No, it was dope. It was dope. And literally had to put the popcorn down and watch it till it got done. I was like, yo, this is fire. It's absolutely incredible. Let's see. I think Neil's having some storms going on his way.
It's too bad.
So I said, Neil, KFC Wi-Fi.
All right, calm down.
We're like, storm and power, my place just went out. All right.
Yikes.
Well, yo, Neil, whenever you get power back on, just hop back in, man.
Yeah, man. Stay safe.
Yeah, for real. Neil got the KFC Wi-Fi. Relax, bro.
How many KFC Wi-Fi jokes?
Yeah, that's because KFC Wi-Fi apparently it sucks, man.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. I got to point something out real quick. I don't know if I've ever seen that Stormtrooper helmet that you got in the back there.
Oh, dude. So
I might have just forgotten about it, but
no, you probably have it. So like I used to have it up when my room was reversed. So if anybody remembers from like a couple years ago, my room was reversed. I was on that side of it. And so I painted that myself, and it was all white. It was like one of those custom, you buy it all white and it has some markers or shit or whatever. And of course, what color am I going to paint it? Superman colors.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But the funny thing about it was I did I had the May the 4th Be With You episode on Wednesday where we, watched a bunch of Star Wars trailers, whatever, had a great time. And I forgot, dude. It was sitting over there and I had sat a hat on it. So the hat was like on it. And so today I was just like moving around in here and I was like, oh shit. I forgot about this fucking So it's I'll throw it up there tonight.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, it is Revenge of the Sixth.
It's still Star Wars week. Let's let's not forget it. Obi-Wan will be out in a few weeks, and we'll be losing our minds about that shit, guaranteed.
I'm just gonna stay on that high horse though, because like I made it such a big deal that Revenge of the Sixth should be the proper holiday, not Revenge of the Fifth. I know that it may sound like Sith, but the word Sixth literally has the word Sith in it.
No. Yeah, that's and also because I think the fifth belongs to Cinco de Mayo. So
exactly,
yeah, that it belongs to him. So when me and PJ, that's who went to see it with me yesterday. Afterwards, we were beforehand we were talking about let's get a couple beers because it's fucking Cinco de Mayo and shit. Yeah. So but of course, every like Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah,
get packed. So we're just like, we stopped at B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings. Fucking got me some great wings. Drunk some beers at the bar.
Almost Thursday.
Yeah, hey, yeah, dude. That's what. Yeah, no, it was fire. It was fun. We had a good time, man. Chatted a bit, had a couple beers, and talked about Doctor Strange. We were both like, what the fuck just happened? Because the movie is a bit. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, I do want to play something real quick. Let me see. And look, we'll go. Oh, hold on, I'm looking for the wrong shit. We'll go more in depth into this on Sunday on World's Finest, because that's a big cornerstone on all of the. Yeah, here we go. But I did just want to bring this up and just be like, this is exciting. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, I was about to freak the fuck out. I was like, wait a minute, is that it? Yeah, because it didn't look like the same shit I saw. All right, so here we go. Wait a minute, is this it?
Haunting music, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It says haunting. So anyway, big Game of Thrones fans here. If you didn't know, and now you do. And they got a new series that's coming out. Is it August?
I thought it was like September.
Is it? Oh, but I think the date shows at the end of this. So we'll be probably corrected. It's probably like October or some shit. But here we go.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
I, Rickon Stark.
I, Corlys Velaryon. I, Gorman Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Oh, okay, there you go.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it. History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Bro, let's fucking go. For real, let's fucking go. All right, so that comes. It says August 21st, so got a couple months, and it'll be on. And just to let y'all know, we've been discussing as far as World Finest goes. We're gonna be doing a few fire things when this comes back, because we're all big fans of Game of Thrones, and for this to be coming out at the same on Sundays, which is when we do our thing on the Lord's Day. Is when we get down. So we got a couple things, some surprises for you guys. So we'll probably talk about it more on Sunday, considering that's when we're going to go in depth on this trailer. I just want to bring that up because I thought it was fire. And let's see. Yeah,
I think it actually made me want to rewatch do a little Game of Thrones rewatch before that comes out. So now I got to add that to the plate.
Yeah. Also, just speaking on that real quick, I love the one line where they were like, she's like, they would rather burn this place to the ground than to let a woman lead this shit. I was like, bro, let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just fire. And that's why I don't even know how good her character is going to be. What's her name? Leona?
Oh, the woman who said that line?
No. The main with the blonde hair. The main.
You just said it. What is it? I can't remember.
It's Rayana. It's yeah. No, I can't wait to see how she fucking steps in and claps because it looks like that's what she's gonna do. Is step in and clap, man. Phil's in the house.
Oh.
What up, Phil? You all right, man?
What up?
I'm sorry.
You good, man. You good, man. You took yourself a nap, man.
Oh man, I came right home, threw my phone on the charger, didn't set an alarm, and just passed the fuck out. But here I am.
Oh man, all good. Neil was here. He's having some power troubles. Look like it's storming up there where he's at. Yeah.
Oh shit. That sucks.
Prepare for the storm.
Yeah. No, so we hadn't got to the non-spoiler Doctor Strange stuff yet. We just watched the little teaser for House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones and stuff. We did talk about though did you get to see the Top Gun footage before your
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Why?
I would say okay, so I got the Top Gun footage, the sneak peek for that. I got Thor Love and Thunder. I got what is it? Olivia Wilde's movie, Don't Worry Darling. And then I also got there's something else. Oh yeah, Avatar.
Yeah. So we'll let you just catch up real quick. I mean, just to give your thoughts because we talked about it, and I was telling Joey when I made the thumbnail, I put Avatar real little. I don't know if anybody saw it on there, but the reason I did that was because not impressed.
Okay, so to that point, right? So, I got all those trailers, right? Like, people kind of giggled at Thor Love and Thunder, and that was fine, right? What else was there? There was, Don't Worry, Darling. Not much of a reaction out of that because, people, it really sucks because, like, there's really not much of a reaction to, like, smaller. I wouldn't even call it independent.
Probably going to be
like,
one of the most fire movies of the year.
Right. But, when it comes to, like, actually going to the movie theater, getting reactions out of people, like, I think that one's going to fall maybe kind of by the wayside, like the smaller stuff has, like Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, like The Northman, unfortunately. But I think it looks fantastic. That said, there was not a reaction for Avatar 2. It was dead silence when that trailer played. But when Top Gun Maverick played, bro, I'm not even being hyperbolic. I'm being real. Like I'm gonna go see Doctor Strange 2 more times, and I'm sure I'm probably gonna get the same previews that I got this time. And I'm trying to remember what I'm trying avidly to see like what the reactions are to each upcoming film. And the only movie that got a reaction from the trailers outside of Thor Love and Thunder was Top Gun Maverick. And a coworker and I were talking today because the sneak peek that they showed was fucking phenomenal. Oh my god. Like, hello everyone, this is your captain speaking, Peter Maverick Mitchell. And I'm just like, oh man. And the game they play, the whole,
the push-ups,
dude, that was perfect. That was just absolutely so well executed. And the fact that he gets them all. He gets all of the fucking rookies. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be phenomenal. Right. Yeah. And, when it comes to Avatar, when it comes to the 2 movies in particular, I said on Andre's show, I put in a comment, I was like, look, I think it's more plausible that Top Gun Maverick has a better chance of getting $1 billion than Avatar 2. The reason why is because the first film to this day is still talked about. It's still one of the most seminal films ever made. It's got one of the catchiest tunes, and it's just a really well-made movie. The same applies to this next one. It looks absolutely incredible. People in my audience were just like, yeah, that looks great. There were some cheers and shit. I was like, okay, cool. Avatar, silence.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking silence.
Yeah.
Dead silence. And on top of that, like, look at what's bringing in box office right now. It's either, a specific kind of name, a specific kind of character. And in this case with Top Gun, it's fucking Tom Cruise. That dude's going to put butts in seats no matter where it's playing. Straight up. And I don't know that you could say the same about Avatar 2 because it's got a lot stacked against it. It's 13 years past the first film. It's not exactly pushing too many technical boundaries. Like, it looks cool. It looked cool in 3D. That's another thing. I fucked up and bought tickets for 3D Doctor Strange yesterday. I meant to buy. Yeah, I haven't seen a 3D movie since Age of Ultron because it really gives me like massive headaches and migraines and shit. But I actually really like seeing Doctor Strange in 3D.
Oh, was it all right? It was
Actually, it was pretty fucking cool.
I did notice there was a part where the eye monster, like, I think he makes a jab towards the screen or something, and it's kind of like, I was like, oh, I bet that looks cool in 3D. Like, it's
can confirm it does in fact look cool in 3D. The Avatar trailer was the only other movie shown in 3D, and nobody said a fucking word.
Yeah, and I think before you hopped on, like when we were talking about it, I'll get back to it real brief. It was the Avatar when it came out. It was such a groundbreaking thing that it's like now the special effects have caught up with it, and I don't think there's anything that James Cameron can do that's going to wow people the way that movie did when it came out, the first one. It's just a lot, man. It's just a lot.
That's literally its only novelty, is the fact that it is a sequel to a movie that came out 13 years ago.
Yeah, and it was, when it came out, it was one of those things where, like, you seen Avatar? You haven't? Like, literally, that's the way it was talked about when the first one came out, was like, you haven't seen this movie? Like, literally. And then once people started, it was a phenomenal looking movie. And we've also went through the list of movies that ripped off Fern Gully. So there's just several movies that Avatar used the same type of story. Yes, Pocahontas, all of those movies. And so, like, when you're talking about coming out with a sequel to it, bro, it's you can't capture that same lightning. That lightning is gone now. So now you have to do something that's really going to make people say, I need to see the sequel to that movie. Because obviously the way the first Avatar ended, it did give a little thing to where, like, a sequel could be worthy of watching, but it also still ended on a pretty peaceful note. They got the fucking humans off the planet. They were like, yo, bounce. You know what I'm saying? They transferred Jake's body over to the Avatar.
To the Navi, yeah.
And then it was, you had Norm. What happened to Norm?
I don't fucking remember. I watched that movie like one time.
Norm was the other dude he had an avatar who got shot up, and then, like, towards the end in the final battle, he, like, woke up in the little chamber thing or whatever.
And is he the tall guy? Like,
yes.
Okay. I don't remember. Yeah.
I can't remember what happened to him. I do. The only thing out of the entire Avatar thing that I was like, wait a minute, what? Was the kid with the dreads? You know what I'm talking about? Who is that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I was like, wait, what?
And everything else, the mask on too, right?
Yes, he had the breather mask on. Yes, but he had, like, his hair was in dreads, and I was like, wait a minute, who is that? And I tried to catch a glimpse of his face, but it was like all of the stuff was way too quick. So yeah, so Phil pretty much feels the same way as we do. It's Avatar. I'll say it again. I do not know what propelled Warner Brothers or DC to push Shazam back a week, because that Avatar teaser was not enough for me to say,
oh, it's gonna dip. You know what? Them pushing Shazam forward a week. At first, I was like, that was really fucking stupid to do right after CinemaCon, because you had the date plastered all over CinemaCon. But now, let Avatar come out 1 week later. Shazam's gonna sap up all its second week earnings.
Yeah. So
and again, the CinemaCon crowd reaction is not going to transfer over very well to the actual general audience crowd reaction, or just them going, like, not to negate what, like, the CinemaCon crowd said or, like, gave us information on. If I paid $1,000 to go there and watch, like, panels and stuff, I'd probably want to get super hyped too. So, like, there's probably a little bit of incentive of, like, okay, I need to, like, this is what I'm getting, so I'm going to go crazy for it. But I don't know. Yeah, that's my big takeaway, is just, like, I think they, DC saw the crowd reaction of CinemaCon to the Avatar sequel, and they were just like, oh shit, because like they're like they probably just didn't get the same reaction to Shazam, which is again just WB being WB. They're very reactionary and very,
also when you're talking about that, Shazam's little presentation was like the day before Avatar's was.
Yeah.
So there's two. I'm not gonna say there's two totally different crowds there, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like there is probably a good sum of people who were like not interested in seeing Warner Brothers DC panel, but they were more interested in seeing, you know what I'm saying? So the crowds could have been different. And I'm sure as soon as those cool visuals came up, and as I'm seeing them when I was watching it yesterday, I'm like, looks like the first movie. Those people were probably like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is fucking incredible. And I was like, it looks pretty much
yeah.
That's exactly what I said. I leaned over to Carrie and I was like, that looks exactly like the first movie with water.
It does. It does.
And I'm just like,
what up, Ray? What's good?
Hey,
What's
what
good?
up,
Appreciate you stopping through. Yeah.
And I know I said this before, but it's like you could almost put Avatar and Lion King on the same sort of like they're comparable because they are original ideas or original concepts that borrow from like old stories.
Yes.
So like Avatar borrows from it's a modern whatever take on Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves, Ferngully, whatever you want to attribute to that. Lion King is Hamlet.
Yeah.
And it is proof that it came out 94 and people
93,
still
I think
93 and people still like we just got a remake of it like 2 years ago. People still love that movie.
Yeah, that shit made $1 billion.
It's proof right there that you can you can present a new take on an old story and like captivate that audience. Again, I know I've used that term already, but like that's what you got to do. And with Avatar, I just don't, I'm not getting it. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I think also with I mean because we've been around the block a few times. It's like Phil was saying, it's 13 years old, dude. It's an older, and now you're coming out with a sequel, which that's not unheard of. Let's be clear, like but to come out with something of this magnitude, it's weird because whatever James Cameron's idea was, he came to them because once he made Avatar, he didn't do shit for years.
Yep,
A few years after, he didn't do nothing.
And
then obviously he comes to them and he's just like, yo, Avatar 4 more movies,
and then he shot them all back to back too. It's like
and it's but what's the funny to me about it is like, look, I know what James Cameron's done. He's taken cinema and taken it to some new places. The same way that there's a lot of people in the industry who have done such a thing. George Lucas, way back in the fucking 70s with Star Wars. You got Christopher Nolan. Zack Snyder. There's a lot of directors who have taken these mediums and transformed it into something else. And he did the same thing with like Terminator 2, Terminator, a lot of stuff. James Cameron has been like at the forefront of like, yo, let's try this new technology, whatever. But for him to make one movie, I got it when it came out. He made a lot of the money was made off of 3D ticket sales because they were more expensive or whatever you want to look at it. He comes to them and he's like, yo, I want to make like 4 more of these movies. And they were just like, take all this money, motherfucker. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Considering he produced a couple of movies, I think, after Avatar. One of the Terminator movies I know.
Oh, right.
He produced Dark Fate. He also was a producer on Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. It might have been like, oh, but that's it's still, to me, it's and who knows what kind of relationship he has with them as far as personally.
And here's another thing, right? Like he made 4 sequels back to back. Were people asking for a sequel in the same way people have been clamoring for a sequel to Top Gun?
No. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No.
Well, yeah, even at that point, it's like, even if they were, asking for a sequel, I remember they were talking about throwing around that idea like back when the first one came out. So it's like, what are you doing? If like all this time, all these years later, and like, the only thing he's going to show to us is Avatar 2.
Let's also take into account how many times this release date for this movie has been pushed back.
Yeah.
Because initially it was slated to go against, I want to say, Star Wars The Force Awakens in 2015. They pushed it back because of that. Then they pushed it to December of 2016. Then they pushed it back again. It got pushed to go against Last Jedi. Then they pushed it again for that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this release date for this movie get pushed, and every other one subsequently.
How long was the first one even out? Like it I think it got extended months.
It did, I think.
The first one?
Yeah.
No. The first one it released, it was making a shit ton of money, and then here's another thing when we're talking about like the studio's relationship with Cameron. The same thing happened with Titanic.
Yep.
Titanic came out in December of
92.
No. It was later than that. It was 97.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it came out, and it had pretty good box office for the first week, but then it stayed number one for like 5 months.
Yeah.
Like it literally stayed number one at the box office, only gaining like 30 million here, 25 million here, which is, I say that like I got 20, I don't have no money, but I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? Is like, as far as big budget movies are concerned, blockbusters, it was making like this money every week, but it stayed number one for so long. And it was like people who were just like, yo, I've seen Titanic 17 times. I'm like, bro, relax. But yeah, that combined with, then after he did Titanic, pretty much the next thing he went to was Avatar, and it did what it did. So I say we say all that to say the teaser wasn't that impressive.
No.
I can understand from maybe a small percentage, maybe even if the crowds were hyped, maybe they were just like, you know what, let's just push it. Let's just make sure we can, make an initial purse off this movie. Let's just push Shazam a week. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not hurting anything at all, because the next movie after that for DC is Aquaman, right? And that's like they moved it to, what is it? March. Yeah. So like it's not hurting anything future for them. So they probably just said, you know what? Let's push it. If their movie drowns week 1, then we're gonna like Phil just said, mop up all of that fucking cash the next week after it comes out. So yeah. Now I think about it, because at first I was like, yo, Warner Bros. Some pussies, dude. How the fuck y'all gonna let that movie scare that teaser? How you gonna let that scare you out of a spot?
It's almost like when they turned around and listened to the wrong people after the reaction of Batman versus Superman. It's almost like that all over again. But at the same time, it's like, well, if Avatar doesn't do what people are thinking it's going to do, they have a chance. Like Shazam has a chance of, because it's not sandwiched in between 2 fucking Marvel movies this time, right? It's during the holiday season when you can take kids to go see the movies, to see whatever the fuck.
Now that it's moved, it's literally Christmas weekend. Like,
exactly.
Sam is it's got that. Yep. They're probably like, and that makes a lot of sense. And so like, for those reasons, and like I said initially, and I remember I was since Joey and Meg, I was like, Warner Bros. Some pussies, man. Y'all let them push y'all for this, but because it could do. This isn't the same audience that like embraced the first Avatar. Like it's been a lot of years, dude.
Yeah.
And so like at that point in time when it came out, it was like I've been saying forever. The VFX blew everyone away. Not so much this time, because I saw fire VFX in Doctor Strange last night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? So he not breaking much ground, bro. Like there's So we'll see if they can if story prevails for Avatar this time as opposed to the way it looks.
And not only that, it takes a director. You got to have like a real, like you mentioned, a real fucking impact on some of your projects that you're doing right now. And very, very few directors have that impact on the box office. Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan. Despite Christopher Nolan's best efforts, Tenet, it should have been a much better return on investment. But even then, they released that shit in the literal height of COVID, and it turned in, I think, $300-400 million.
Yeah, it still made some money. Yeah. But despite the sound not being cool, but that's
right.
That's the only problem I found with that movie. Yeah. But it still did, and he stuck. Nolan stuck to his gun.
The main point is though, like names don't mean shit. Look at the Suicide Squad. They plastered the marketing with James Gunn's name all over it. Total flop at the box office.
Trash.
Did good on HBO Max. Not denying that.
Do I have to look at the Suicide Squad? Can I look at something else? I don't.
Yeah, you can. I mean, West Side Story.
Anywhere else, please. So give me something.
But like, West Side Story. Whose name was attached to that? Steven fucking Spielberg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he is. Yes, it's Steven fucking Spielberg. Who's we talking shit? Oh, right. Oh, this is say Drogo said what people better talk about is that Avatar is also similar to the first fleet when the British invaded.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's.
I mean, you gotta. What? You gotta be specific.
He said this. He just probably disagrees with Drogo. Or disagrees with something we're saying, in which point Beltray always disagrees with somebody.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so yeah, if you haven't seen it, I think they'll release this little teaser that they had probably Monday once Doctor Strange has had its weekend run. They'll release it online so everybody can see it and everybody can get
it wasn't posted online already.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is what I remember I was looking for before we went live. I think they're not going to do it because Doctor Strange is still, you know what I'm saying? Like it's tied to Doctor. So they're going to let the weekend run out. And I think Monday we'll get it fully released. Yeah,
I've seen more spoiler, like cam videos of stuff from Doctor Strange more than I've seen like a leaked trailer for the Avatar 2 sequel.
Dude, I looked for it before we went live. Me and Joey and Neil was here, and we were just like, I was trying to find it so maybe I could show it. I couldn't find it at all, but. You damn right you're gonna find some Doctor Strange shit on there. All right, which leads us to pretty much the main topic of the show. We have all been fortunate enough to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I saw it last night. Joey saw it twice yesterday, and Phil saw it yesterday evening. So we this is non-spoilers. We're not gonna we'll try our best not to fuck it up for you.
Yeah,
and there's a lot there. There's a couple of spoilers that a lot of people saw that I didn't. Like, there's a couple things that when I saw it, I was like, oh my, what the fuck? And then people were like, yeah, I got the spoiler. I was like, damn, it sucks.
I saw a fake spoiler.
Oh, did you?
Okay, so I'm scrolling through fucking TikTok, and I shit you not. We can confirm this. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is not in this movie.
No.
And this was the
wasn't
fake
in your
that
showing?
I'm scrolling through fucking TikTok, right? And I just see like this real camera fucking edited look clip, right? And it's a Doctor Strange portal, and there's fucking Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man sitting in front of it. And I'm like, motherfucker, no. Then I watched the movie and I was like, oh, that was fake.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But then I did manage to see another one that was for sure in the movie, and I scrolled past it immediately because what happened after what I saw happened and blew my motherfucking mind. When you have 3 of the Illuminati and then
another one.
That.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll like I said, this is non-spoilers. We're not gonna try to fucking but that there's a few scenes in the movie where I had never been so pleasantly happy that I didn't get something spoiled for me, because when I saw certain things, I literally was like, "Oh my god, dude! Like this is like literally." If you don't know, PJ went with me yesterday to watch the movie. He's one of the codes to instant replay. We both.
What up, PJ?
We were like. What the fuck?
I just put it in the group chat because I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Hold on,
in the private chat.
Let's see. Yes, that is exactly. That is. I would say that is it. Look.
A little bit.
Just. That was so. When that happened, everyone in my crowd lost their shit.
Yes, yeah.
Everybody. Everyone lost their shit when that happened. Yeah. And it was awesome.
Yeah. Now, real quick, before I hand it over to you guys, the movie was great. obviously I'm a Sam Raimi fan, have been for a long time. If not just from Spider-Man stuff, but like Sam Raimi for this movie pulled not just from what he did with the original 3 Spider-Man movies, but he pulled from his arsenal of what he does. And Sam Raimi is a fucking genius at what he does, which is the Evil Dead movies. All of that shit he pulled. There was one scene, and like I said, not trying to spoil it, but there was one scene, and it's I'll just say they were in a tunnel, and a little scare popped up. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, this dude is fucking. So from the beginning, from the start of the movie until the movie ended, obviously, it's a Marvel movie. There's credit scenes. I always try to make it a point. If people haven't seen the movie yet, I will tell you what's worth waiting on and what's not. If there is a mid-credit scene, which is fire. There's a post-credit scene. Wait on that if you want to. Wasn't my bag, but if you want to wait on it, do so for yourself. For me personally, I was like, okay, I could have just, even though I am a fan of his big time.
It's funny. I feel you on that, but when Marvel does post-credit sequences like that, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. Yeah. I actually got a good chuckle out of that last one.
Yeah. It was when it started, I was like, okay. And I was like, oh.
Right.
But I'm a fan of his, though. I'm not going to tell anybody who it is, but I am a super fan.
It was good.
Yeah.
Good in the sense that it was a good chuckle. I mean,
it's one of those, like, I was telling my friends, I was like, it wasn't as bad as Matrix Resurrections.
Oh God,
post-credit scene on that.
Oh man.
But I was like, okay, I feel like that's like a one-time. Why were you counting?
7 kids left at the end of their. Okay, relax.
Wow.
Why are you counting how many kids?
Relax.
Anthony.
What?
I'm talking to that Anthony in the chat.
Yeah. Calm
down. It's a non-spoiler.
You're going to get timed out. You keep pulling that shit.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah, no, it was great. Sadly, I did have that big moment spoiled. Because I think it might have been in one of the group chats. So if you're in that,
no way.
Fuck you.
I didn't share it. I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying like whoever was in the group chat that like posted that, because I think that's where I might have seen it, and I was just like, all right, well, fuck off. But so that it got spoiled for me. It didn't really take away from the moment. It was still like cool to see. But I think it was the same day where that trailer they released last week that has that character that they shouldn't have shown, in my opinion.
Oh, the TV spot.
Yeah.
I
heard about that, but I did not see the TV spot.
I didn't either, but I knew. I saw like a screenshot from it.
So Joey and I, what's up? I was just gonna say, Joey and I, we got spoiled on the same thing differently, because I went into the group chat, I think on Monday, one of our group chats, not one with you guys, but or a smaller circle, but the bigger circle group chat, right? And someone said, oh, I have spoilers and leaks for Doctor Strange, but I'm not going to post them in here. But then the same person went ahead and fucking tweeted some shit on the timeline anyway, and I was just like, oh, cool, fuck you, thanks.
Yeah.
And then the day I go to see the movie, I'm at work that morning, and one of my coworkers was like, yo, I heard this actor's this person in the movie, and I'm just like, the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm going to see it later today. And he was like, oh, my bad.
There has become a need anymore for this etiquette to, if you are a person who like actively looks for spoilers for upcoming movies, like with No Way Home, you were looking for everybody who was in it, all the cameos. Awesome. I can't stop you from doing that. If you want to be spoiled before the movie comes out, okay. That's up to you. Don't walk around assuming everybody wants the same thing. Some people want to go see the movie and see it fresh, like, on the big screen, not through a shitty camera or, whatever Reddit leak you read it off of or whatever. Just, talk to them about it, if anything, and see, like, are you wanting to know, A, B, and C?
Yeah, that's
Not, hey, did you hear this person did this thing in this movie? It's like, shut up. Why did you do that? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Those cost was good. Oh, hey, it says Joey Phil. How you guys? I fucking love it. Yo, it's pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, I did enjoy the movie.
Look, this is probably pretty on point right here with what Drogo was saying right now. Yeah, probably pretty on point.
Yeah. So the Batman cameo. Well, I mean,
that's another thing. I thought I saw that Affleck's Daredevil was in the movie, but then I realized after the fact that no, it was just really choppy footage of another person in the Illuminati that I saw.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because if you look at it from from your phone and you look at it far away, it can almost look like two characters are almost one and the same because of the way their costumes look.
Yeah,
yeah, I got you. Yeah, are we talking like our just impressions of the movie now, or
just basically yeah. Your initial thoughts, man. No spoilers or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, right away, I do appreciate that the movie kind of just like gets going right away.
Yes, it does. And it
doesn't really waste any time. Maybe might have gone a little too fast, but like it's whatever. They had to get to stuff, and it was only like a 2 hour and some change runtime, so it's like whatever.
That's another thing. Hopefully, once it starts getting like closer to streaming release and physical media release, maybe there's some extra stuff, because that was a short runtime. Considering how considering the way the Marvel movies have been going lately, not before this movie, it's always been at like 2.5, maybe 2:20.
It might be the shortest in a while.
Yes, that's what it's exactly. Yes, with a lot to cover. That's what I'm saying. It had so much to cover. It was like
right. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the someone. Oh my God, he's making this joke again. I understand what he's saying. Nobody else is getting it though. It's you have to like explain exactly what's going on to understand. I know what you're saying, Anthony. Yes, very very funny. But,
go ahead.
No, I enjoyed how dark it was. I figured it was probably going to be pretty dark because it is Sam Raimi. I don't despite Marvel maybe having him like have to cut stuff out or add certain things that he didn't really exactly want to, I still feel like they, even before seeing this, I was like, they're probably going to let him like do his normal thing. So like you see that right away. There's a pretty kind of gruesome moment in the first like 10 minutes or so. And it doesn't shy away from darkness, and like we kind of already saw her be the villain in WandaVision, but like Wanda is a great character in general, and I think this only like pushed her that much further.
I agree.
Like for character development, but also like as like
also
the person had to carry the other half of the movie almost.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, Elizabeth Olsen, absolute fire. I can't give enough. And not to give any of the details away. She is absolutely spectacular in this movie, and it's a thing to where like as much as I was not that big a fan of WandaVision, she was still really good in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like she was still really good as yeah. And so this movie, I was like, bro.
Well, and technically she gets her start in Civil War.
Yeah.
Or no.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, yeah.
No, but what was she in the post credits of?
Winter Soldier.
Soldier, that was
yeah. They called them miracles.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's insane to look at like the leaps and bounds, not acting wise, because she's I think she's always been like a pretty good actress, but like leaps and bounds for the character. It's like you look at where she began in Winter Soldier or Age of Ultron, whatever you want to say she started, and now it's like dude, like just having that character development and like kind of coming of age type of deal to where she's realizing just how powerful she is. It's
Oh no,
It's Sam Raimi's movie.
I think it's
Sam
yeah.
Raimi's. This is
Sam Raimi's movie.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, like just feeding into that, like it has those dark moments, and I saw people saying like it was gory or you know, it is definitely the most probably the bloodiest that Marvel's gotten. At least
I'll contend that, yeah.
At least in the past few years, but like maybe even at all. It's not like a lot of blood throughout. There are a couple times where
it's not Nightmare on Elm Street. Just relax. It's not fucking. You know?
Someone made that joke of like, oh, or they were saying like, oh, it is like pretty gory, like it's bad. And all right, and then someone was like joking around. They're like, yeah, it's pretty much like Bone Tomahawk, which I don't know if you've seen that, but like, oh my god, that's a movie that will fuck you up. This movie, if you're a kid, maybe like it might give you, you know,
a little scary stuff. Yeah.
But you'll be fine because it gave me the same feeling that I had when I saw Spider-Man 2 with the tentacle scene in the hospital and like the nurses are like
they're like, yeah, what's going on?
That feel that I got the exact same feeling because I'm just like that kind of knot in your stomach of just like, oh god, this is just everybody's so fucked in this movie right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it was definitely Sam Raimi's movie, in my opinion. And I enjoyed it. I don't think I would say I enjoyed it more than the first one, but you know, it was a really good time. Not just fun, just you know, there were those deeper moments too, like Steven having to address a lot of stuff within himself and you know, to himself, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. I always like to see more Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I think he's really good in this role, and I think he was saying earlier he'd like play him for another decade if he could. So
please,
you know, just keep those roles coming. So
it's fun, you know, thinking about before the first one even came out, how fucking perfectly casted he was.
Yeah.
You remember the talks, man, back in that day before he was cast, like there was a lot of castings for the Marvel movies.
Joaquin Phoenix was in the mix. Jared Leto was in the mix. I don't remember who else was, but then Marvel decided to push the production back because he was committed to doing a theater show. Yeah. And then he finally agreed to do it. And I'm so glad he did because he is just absolutely perfect as Doctor Strange.
Yep. And nothing, you know, this is getting, well, it's not really getting off topic, but nothing sold me more as for him as in that role. The beginning of Doctor Strange, bro, when he's doing that brain surgery and he's tapping his feet to the music and he's doing the, I was like, this is him. Like, this is what I've sparingly, because I hadn't read a lot, but what I've read of Doctor Strange, and that's that dude.
That's
you know
him.
what I'm saying? Like, it's exactly him. And so, like, I immediately fell in love with him playing the character. Obviously, we've seen what he's done in Game and Infinity War and all of these other movies or whatever. But this one was back to him having his own movie. And look, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'll forever be grateful that I don't know how it happened. Maybe I don't know if Feige reached out to damn it, how the fuck did his name just leave my mind, bro? To Sam Raimi. I don't know if that's how it happened or whatever. However, this marriage happened, I'll be forever thankful because there's, you know, and I've said it before. It's not just the original Spider-Man trilogy. It goes back to like, you know, even there's, you know, one of my favorite movies of all time that I literally watch probably every couple months. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a baseball movie. It's called For the Love of the Game. And it's Kevin Costner plays a pitcher. It was directed by Sam Raimi. That's one of my favorite. So that's like Sam Raimi can go from
Evil Dead,
Evil Dead, Spider-Man. Let me direct a baseball movie, which is absolutely phenomenal. Let me come back to. So that's oh, dude.
He got his George Miller on with from Happy Feet to Mad Max.
Well, he also did Return to Oz too.
Yeah.
Was that Sam Raimi?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
No, I think another one of his. Oh damn it! With the
Dark
had
Man?
Justin Long in it. It was
Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, dude.
That.
Drag Me to Hell is absolutely fun. I saw that shit in theaters. I remember when it was done, I was like, Nobody else was feeling like I was. I was like, this shit is fine. Yeah, it was absolute. So like, no, Sam. So however that process was put together to where Sam Raimi ended up directing the next Doctor Strange movie. Thankful for that because it gave it a touch that I think it's needed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as far as, and with all these people talking about, oh, it's gory or whatever. Nah, it's just you needed a change because it's
just wait till Blade.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
wait
till Blade. Yeah, Yes. Wait till they all, which hopefully eventually they all team up. And
I was saying in the group chat, I was like, I know we make this joke a lot. Like people, like there's the joke of like some people think Marvel invented movies, but it's honestly just like, have you actually seen any other movie?
Yeah,
because if this is gory, there's a lot of other movies you shouldn't watch.
Right.
Don't watch The Northman.
Yeah, seriously, like that's perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you think this is gore, no, it's literally it's entertaining. I like the direction they're taking it. I was very, and look, we'll talk later about spoilers or whatever, but at the end when certain things happen, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Man, it got me hyped for the future of the character. And Benedict was fire as usual. And I think I can't remember the actress' name who plays America. She was great. She was absolutely phenomenal.
I feel so bad. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Yes, that's why I'm not. She was absolutely. Sure. She was incredible in it. Obviously Wong. Everybody they brought it, and like I said, Elizabeth Olsen. Jesus Christ. And you know what's and look, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, she was absolutely incredible in it, and.
Dude, even Rachel McAdams, she had a lot more to do than the first one. She was
great. She was great, and it's cool to see her like come back and do shit like that. Especially there is a scene where when he meets her in the movie, and she's cold blooded as fuck. I'm like,
okay, so the spelling of her name is Xochitl, but apparently it comes out to Sochi. Sochi Gomez.
That's probably
maybe that's what it is.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it phonetically on Twitter. Wow, I almost said Twitter. Wikipedia. And
Ryan.
What up, Ryan? What's good, homie?
What's up, Ryan? Before Multiverse of Madness, she was actually in season 1 of The Babysitter's Club on Netflix. That came. So,
with her too, it's like, I'm not speaking as an actor or anything, but it's got to be weird being the actual like MacGuffin of a movie.
Yeah.
But like I think she played it well, and she wasn't this like damsel in distress. Like she still could.
And at the end, she was fire at the end, dude. I was like, yo,
yeah. You know what was really cool about her role is like when you think about what Strange had to go through with Spider-Man, that experience gave him what was necessary so he could help her progress along through this movie, which I found really compelling and cool because, to Anthony's point earlier, when Doctor Strange was introduced in this universe, he didn't give a fuck about nobody but himself. Straight the fuck up. But by the time we see him here in Multiverse of Madness, he's like, yo, I know what's necessary to help protect the universe. And
take care of the kid.
If this kid can do what she's clearly capable of doing, we have to protect her at all costs. Like, we need to take care of this with legitimate sense of care. And it was actually really, really cool to see that development go because, Doctor Strange is notoriously one of the most arrogant, smart-headed fucking people in Marvel canon. Like, he's just a straight-up dickhead sometimes to people, and he doesn't give a fuck.
No, and it was funny considering that we know that it's funny when certain things happen in the movie and they start talking about the other Doctor Strange. They're all like, dude's a fucking, I'm saying? It's like the consensus is this dude's a fucking prick. So like, which is, we'll get into that. Obviously, Phil, you're fully invited on Sunday. World's Finest, we'll be doing a full fucking spoiler, just in too deep on Doctor Strange on Sunday. So
literally diving into the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah.
Yes, basically. Yeah. That's what we do.
I did think it was funny that they're like chasing her for her power the entire time. And Doctor Strange is protecting her, and there's the whole idea of like dreaming of her. So it's like he's initially protecting the American dream while other people are chasing it. I was thinking that the entire movie. I was like, there's got to be something here.
Keep that thought alive for Sunday.
Oh
yeah, that's great. Oh my god.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I don't know that I could add anything else that you guys have said. It was phenomenal. It was Sam Raimi's movie. It's like the darkest Marvel movie since Infinity War. And I really like that because obviously, we're all of some darker sensibilities when it comes to certain superheroes and certain filmmaking. I think when it comes to Doctor Strange, especially, like this is a character that absolutely has roots in some of the darker tones and sensibilities and even some horror roots, and bringing in Sam Raimi after Derrickson and Marvel kind of had their split differences and Derrickson kind of stepped back and said, I'll just stay on as producer. Kevin Feige making the call to Sam Raimi probably goes all the way back to the initial Spider-Man trilogy, because even back then Raimi was like, yeah, I'd love to do Doctor Strange. And there's a Doctor Strange name drop, I think, in Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
So it was only perfect that after he does a Spider-Man trilogy, boom, he gets to do his next favorite hero, which is Doctor Strange. And yeah, I love Rachel McAdams in this movie, especially with the way.
Well, if the I'd say it's kind of like with some people. If the first time you experienced Rachel McAdams was in Mean Girls, you probably hate Rachel McAdams because she was a mean girl. And
I loved her in Mean Girls.
Yeah. Well,
you notice she can't. Every book that she touches becomes a burn book.
Yeah, dude. Bro, you sit that in the group chat, and I was like, no. Yeah. So look. That we've gone as far as we can go without spoiling things. I'm sure we probably said too much, but who cares? Who cares? Go see Doctor Strange if you haven't seen it in the Multiverse of Madness. It's really good. And I know some people. I think Neil's not seen it till Monday or whatever. Hopefully his power comes back because
we miss you,
Neil.
Neil.
Up there in Jersey, man. Yeah.
We miss you, man.
What the weather's like? It was supposed to be storming today, and it didn't. And then it started acting a fool like a couple hours ago, but it's cool. So yeah. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think we've all given it a pretty good thumbs up. It's obviously the kind of movie you need to see more than one time because there's a lot of fast shit that happens as you're watching it. And you know what I'm saying? Like you go back and say, oh, okay, I realize that. But yeah, it's good. And I think I'll wait till I see it a few more times before I try to decipher whether it's good or better than because the first Doctor Strange is fire, dude.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time I saw Doctor Strange, the first movie, I was like, this is incredible. Benedict, perfect. Like, and I think I just mentioned that a while ago. He was the perfect choice for it. And the movie was absolutely incredible. Actors, Chiwetel Ejiofor, does good in this one, better in the first one. He was perfect in the first one. It's more.
I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful I'm seeing it 2 more times this weekend because I'm right there with you guys. Like, I don't know where exactly it ranks, but I know for sure it's in my top 10, if not my top 5.
Nice.
He's I think he's like kind of in the same vein as like, say what you want about his movies, but Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. It's like, I don't know if I could see anybody else playing this anymore.
No.
And same with like Benedict to Doctor Strange.
There's no option. There's no other. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if the circumstances called for it, which look, we're all going to have to prepare ourselves for that anyway in the coming years when it comes time for there be another T'Challa. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something.
I was thinking Wolverine, but
well, Wolverine
that too.
But yes, we. I mean. As fans, I think we're knowledgeable enough and mature enough to prepare ourselves in a certain manner to when that time happens, we can accept those types of things as much as we hate that we have to accept those type of things. That we just have to. We just have to. So
I've been through it enough with Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman. I'm fully prepped for it.
The funniest thing, it's crazy when it comes to with Spider-Man. And Superman and Batman is, I mean, obviously Christopher Reeves is no longer with us, but like with the other, they're still here. Like, all of the previous actors are still here, except for Adam West too. But like at the same time, those just moved along because of age and things of that nature. These that we're talking about here is, I'm pretty sure Hugh Jackman can 1000% still play Wolverine. He just he's done.
Yeah.
You know, and much respect to him. He gave us some fire performances. I can't even hate him for stepping down. I can't hate him for hanging the claws up. But when it comes to like T'Challa, obviously, you know, Bozeman, he passed away and stuff. So but you know, I'd say we're family enough that we can accept those types of, you know what I'm saying? We can accept that. We can move on and accept that because that's just the way that the world works.
I'm trying to think of like, as far as like strictly MCU wise, was the biggest recasting Rhodey in Iron Man 2?
It was either Rhodey or it was either from Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo for the Hulk.
Oh yeah, okay. That's true.
It was one of those two.
Yeah,
I would
and
think.
it's pretty weird that both of them only played one movie, and then they and it's crazy because they were both good, and you know, I don't know what exactly it was with Edward Norton. I do know when it came to Terrence Howard, he wanted too much motherfucking money. They were like, pay you more than Robert Downey Jr. Nah, bro. Like he was asking for more than Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, that's not going to work. We'll go ahead and go with Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
what up, Ray?
something about Edward Norton, and like I guess there was some differences of opinions in the editing bay or even in the scripting stage of the Incredible Hulk, and that's why when it came time to do the Avengers, they opted to not have him come back and they chose Ruffalo going forward.
I think you wanted it to go a little bit not so much darker, but just in a very different direction. And Marvel was like, we're building towards this. And,
which is ironic because I guess in one of the deleted scenes for the Incredible Hulk, or one scene that I don't know that's made the rounds, I'm not sure if it's there, but like I guess Norton goes off to like Norton's version of the Incredible Hulk goes off to like the North Atlantic, wherever Cap's shield was buried, wherever he landed, and I guess he attempts to commit suicide with a gun, but then the Hulk stops him. That is actually referenced in the Avengers.
It is. I always just thought it was supposed to be like an off-screen sort of thing. I didn't know that was a scene.
Oh shit, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Yeah.
As for
no, she was fired in the movie. Rachel McAdams.
Yes, she was.
She was great. She was great. Yeah. No, dude, that's fucking wild. Because I do remember him saying, "I tried to put a
gun in my mouth."
Yeah, and the other guy spit it out. Yeah, that's. Oh shit, that's fucking wild, dude. Yeah. So yeah. Go see Doctor Strange if you haven't seen it. Go see it. It's good, man. It's
Take your mom to go see it for Mother's Day.
Yeah. She might get scared at the.
I mean, it is Multiverse of Madness, MOM. Come on, I mean, it's right there. Go see it with your mom.
There's actually some themes that kind of tie into Mother's Day, ironically enough. Now that I think about it,
there you go. Sam Raimi did this for you. Go see the movie.
Give it back to you, people.
All right. Yeah. So that's pretty much as much we could say about Doctor Strange without going into spoiler territory. You know,
one last thing.
A little bit.
Listen, go ahead.
The Illuminati was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say on that for now.
Yeah. It was yeah. I'm not even gonna talk anymore about it because I don't want to say something I shouldn't. But anyway, yes. So go see it. You'll see the Illuminati for yourself, and you know, experience the movie. One of the darker Marvel films, but actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So there you go. So real quick, I know we're going over. We're about an hour and a half. So now we move on to something we've been talking about for quite a while. It's been on for about a month and a half now. The season finale just happened Wednesday. That's Moon Knight. So
I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Yo,
first of all, I thought it was funny that it came out on May the 4th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which Phil jumped on. We did a Star Wars show on Wednesday. I didn't get to watch it until Thursday. I watched it and I was like, okay. So I'll go first. And this is gonna be. Let me throw it up there. I've had this shit on here for the whole season.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Where is it at? Yeah, here we go. So for the season finale, and which was a surprise because we didn't know where this thing was going. Obviously, last minute Disney and they're just like, yo, this is the season finale for Moon Knight. So which instead of a limited series, pretty much guaranteed we'll be getting something, I guess, next year or whatever they decide. it's comfortable enough for them to give us some more episodes. And who knows if he's going to show up in any fucking movies or whatever to be. But yeah. So the season finale for me was one of my favorites out of the entire season. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Of course, and we've been talking about it. Episodes 4 and 5. It was just, it was a lot of kind of like I think the complaint that we all had was that the season's so short. So like those episodes 4 and 5 were absolutely fire, but like it didn't seem like it was going to work good in a 6-episode season, considering how much they had to wrap up in the final episode, which I think they did great. And look, Layla, I don't know what else. She was the highlight of that entire final episode. Probably, if I go back and watch the season, she's probably, as much as I love Oscar Isaac, she might be the highlight of the entire season, even though she didn't show up until like, what was it, episode 2, right? When she first shows up.
Yes.
Yeah, she was incredible. There's a little back and forth between her and an Egyptian girl where the girl says, and I know you guys know the line, she says, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" And she says, "I am." Dude, that shit was so fire. Yeah. I was just like, let's fucking go, dude. But yeah, look, the series, Oscar Isaac, phenomenal. Damn it, what's the actress name that plays Layla? She's she has like a kind of a weird name. She was great. The visual effects, obviously, we talked about it. It's wonky at times, but it is a TV show, and I think that they kind of put the budget towards some other certain things that they wanted to look better than others, I guess. But beyond that, I was. That's it. Wrapped it up in a way. I didn't think they were going to be able to wrap it up, considering all of the information that they gave us in episodes 4 and 5. I didn't know if they'd be able to wrap it up in one episode like they did, but it kind of left it open. And obviously, we saw the credit scenes, which were fucking.
May El Calamwe. Probably butchered that.
Calamay. It's Calamay, right?
It's Calamay. I think so.
Calamay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, she's great. And then Ethan Hawke, I don't know what else, I'm as much as I don't watch those kind of movies, I am trying to see him play fucking Black Hole.
Yeah.
That
looks good.
Look creepy. I don't know how I might handle that, but I'll try to go see it because it looks fucking.
Put the phone down. Yeah.
But overall, look, I'd say this, and I had some doubts about it. I mean, we've talked about it every week on here, pretty much, and I've had some doubts about it going through the season, just because. And it's funny because it all dwindles down to the same detail. It's only 6 episodes. Like how are they going to be able to tell this story? And I think they did it pretty good, and I was very satisfied with it. And I can't. And then finally, like I said, spoilers. They finally put your boy out there, Phil. At the end in the credit scene, he finally showed up. I was like, oh, and he was like, pew, pew. I was like, oh shit, this dude's fucking
pop, motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. I 2 thumbs up for fucking Moon Knight first season. As much as I didn't know what to think of it midway through, this one sealed up a lot of good action, and like I said, Layla showing up with and it was dope too. Also, the way they were fighting with the bigger. With Khonshu in the background, I was like,
Ahmed,
it looked good. You know what I'm saying? It looked good for, like I said, put some money in this and less money on that.
It almost put Godzilla versus Kong to shame.
Yeah,
almost. It almost did.
Yeah, it looked pretty fucking good, dude. It did. So I hand it over to Phil, man. What you think, man? Overall, this episode, and what you think about the series, man?
So overall. I quite enjoyed it. I'm still not a fan of the whole blackout quick cut editing. That shit has pissed me off throughout the entirety of the series. Another thing, one other thing, as much as I did love Layla as a character, I think it's very odd to me that she gets a power suit and there's wings, even though the goddess that's kind of inheriting her as an avatar is a hippo.
Yeah,
I'm just like, where's the correlation here? Because I'm not really getting it. But even still, besides that, it was pretty cool. And even like the fights were phenomenal. Like even with her in her wingsuit, it was kind of evocative of like Falcon a little bit. But even then, I think what they did here was better than what was done with Falcon previously. But that could be just my bias. I don't know. Anyway, I also had a thought like, since this is a thing now, maybe one day we can get Batman and Red Robin, because Red Robin in the comics has like, he's got a cape that turns into wings. And I'm like, I want to see that. But overall, like I really did enjoy the finale. On the whole, the series is my second favorite right behind Loki. And I think it has hands down the best post-credit sequence of any of the Disney Plus series so far.
Yeah. I would
because of what Anthony alluded to. Because when it's all said and done, Mark and Steven, they are one. They are cool with each other. They can coexist with each other. They're great. And that presumably Khonshu has let them be. That is not the case at all. Post-credit sequence, we see Khonshu in a fucking limo doing the comic accurate fucking look, and he's in the white Mr. Knight suit, and he goes, Mark Spector is more deeply disturbed than he might imagine. Meet my friend. Knock, knock. Jake Lockley. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And Jake just pulls out a pistol and caps Harrow. I'm like, oh, fuck yes. Oh, fuck yes. Season 2 has got to be all about what the fuck is Jake Lockley? Who the fuck made him? How did he get here? And Khonshu is clearly still there because of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It was really fantastic. I loved it. I loved the suit. I loved everything about the finale. It was pretty saucy.
Yeah, it was. Joey, what'd you think, man? What'd you think?
A lot of pretty much all these shows, like more than half of how they perform is like sticking the landing, as far as like the finale goes. And I think this one did it very well. There, like you said, like episode 4 and 5 were a little worrisome. It was kind of just like, what are we doing? Yeah. But no, this had me, I was engaged with this one. It was cool to see him like, come back and like slowly make that journey back to, literally like he's gone like all season, like having to get back to that spot. And literally trusting himself to get back to that spot. I thought it, it looked great. It was, the visuals were lacking every now and then, but it's a TV show. No, it was cool. I probably put it up there with probably my favorite or second favorite finale. I'm interested to see where they go from here. If they, obviously, like you said, they addressed it as like the season finale. So, like, I'd like to see him in a movie. It doesn't necessarily have to be his. But no, I feel you on that. Yeah, like just something, throw them on the big screen. I will say, well, first of all, Layla, she was great, like the entire season. Yeah. But when she got that, I don't know how else to call it, the Golden Eagle armor. Yeah. I was just like, that's cool, and it was kind of executed better than another movie with Golden Eagle armor. Not looks wise, but just like. Usage wise. Okay, yes. And another thing, I don't know if the show would have been what it was without Oscar Isaac. Like he, a lot of it was on his shoulders, and he carried it very well. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. It was also just like a nice appetizer to Doctor Strange, which came out the next day.
Yes.
And Ethan Hawke, just a great villain, just a great actor in general.
Dude, he was terrifying sometimes.
Yeah, and
he wasn't even trying to be.
No, and like there are those moments in the especially the beginning when they're in the the temple and they're taking down all the gods, and his staff like
transformed.
That's it's pretty much how. He's became like his most powerful self or whatever. Like there were those moments a lot like with Doctor Strange where I was just like, oh shit, like everybody's fucked right now. Like
I tell you one, not to cut you off, I tell you one moment in the finale that was absolutely fire. dude. So he's he's talking to Oscar Isaac, and he goes to walk back around his desk, and he's leaving bloody footprints. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as that shit happened, I was like, I was like looking at it. I got like really attentive, and he walks around and he says something, and he's like, why am I bleeding?
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Dude, that
magnificent writing right there at the end.
That was sick. And also, I mean, we've already kind of seen it. Oscar going from the Mark personality to the Steven, like in a split second, and you kind of like you kind of sorry, I was reading the thing. Like he has to act that knowing that they're going to change his suit in the post post-production, like they're going to change his suit from the Mr. Knight to the Moon Knight to whatever. But that moment in the desert was really cool. And who was I can't remember who Khonshu was like communicating with, but he was talking to someone, and then he says, he tells Mark, like he's like take flight or fly, whatever, go get there now. And Mark just shoots up to the sky like Moon Knight.
You
just
see
like,
the moon, yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. I mean, I love a good powerful flight takeoff. Like that was really well done.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. And whenever he shows up again, I mean, besides his own series, hopefully, if he does show up in one of the movies, which would be a couple of years down the line, because I don't, the stuff that they got coming now is pretty much in the post-production phase when you're talking about Wakanda Forever or Thor or any of these other films. So who's to say they couldn't have snuck him in? Because that's, they can do some things, man. They can do some things. So we'll see if he does show up in a movie. I don't want him shoehorned in. I'd like him to have an actual purpose to be there.
Right.
I could see him showing up in Thor: Love and Thunder because that's kind of like dealing with gods, right? And Khonshu's a god. So there's potential there. Outside of that, the immediate gut reaction go-to for me, I think, would be Blade.
Yeah. No. That's
better. I
agree.
I don't want Taika tainting Moon Knight. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but Blade is probably. I mean, we all heard. We heard his voice at the end of
Eternals.
Yeah. So that's. Actually, I would be surprised if he didn't show up there. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Blade makes his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I would be surprised if Moon Knight is not actually even mentioned or at some way a part of this. What does this Phil just sent, man? What did he do?
I was scrolling through some shit. I saw that and I was like, what?
This is kind of off topic, y'all. I'll make it real quick. It says Fred Savage fired from Wonder Years after misconduct. Fred Savage reported been fired from the reboot of Wonder Years. I thought wait a minute, wasn't there already a Wonder Years?
It's a reboot. It started like last year, I think.
Yeah, it's a reboot and it centers around an African American family.
That's the one I'm talking. So he was a part of that.
Yes,
producer or something,
executive producer, and I guess he was a director. I guess not anymore though.
Inappropriate behavior.
Verbal outbursts and inappropriate behavior. I wonder what that would. That's wild to me.
Well,
yeah.
There's a reason Ben was my favorite of the Savage brothers.
Me too. Me too.
I'm looking at the full series of Boy Meets World that I got on my shelf over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, Topanga.
Danielle Fishel, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And not gonna lie, I watched a little bit of Girl Meets World. It wasn't half bad.
No, yeah, it was a pretty decent show.
It was a fun show.
Yeah, no,
it's funny. It's funny, and this is just a bit off. It's funny, those kind of shows. Like I just said to Peggy, like you mentioned, like I just said that name, immediately y'all knew who the fuck I was talking about. Like it's like immediately you're like, yo, what?
Yeah,
no. But
that show's insane.
Joey and I are of that age. We are of that time when that show was airing predominantly on Disney.
I'm a little bit older, but yes.
Yeah.
That show's insane because it was on between 1993 and 1999, and
Yes.
they went from like 6th grade to graduating college and like being in the real world within 6 years. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I got it, man. Once I get out of it, you're like, wait a minute, what? It doesn't go that smoothly. You're like, God damn. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's our thoughts on Moon Knight. That's pretty much the show, man. Want to get on here, talk some non-spoilers for Doctor Strange, talk about some Moon Knight. Obviously, World's Finest will be on Sunday evening. We'll go in more depth, and we'll also be talking about House of the Dragon. New teaser came out, new trailer this week, and it's getting closer. It's coming, and I am, absolutely ready for that shit.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait. I had some stuff to talk about with Halo because I did put it on the thumbnail, but the only other person here that watched it was Neil. He had to bounce, his power went out. So but I'm sure. Look, there's only a couple more episodes left. I might wait
2 or 3, right? Like there's only
there's 2 more left. There's okay. 7 came out yesterday, so probably might wait until it's done. So some of you guys, if you do want to watch it, you can go ahead and watch it in one binge thing, and then we can jump on here and have a conversation about it.
How long are each episodes? Is it like an hour-long episode?
Pretty much 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes. It's not that bad. And this one, Neil, he messaged me. He didn't really like this last one that came out yesterday. I absolutely thought it was pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil anything. It didn't even have Master Chief in it, and it was absolutely dope. So he didn't like it though. So yeah, let's look forward to that sometime probably in the next month once Halo's done. Give you guys a chance to watch it, and then we'll get on here and have a discussion as far as because I think you guys you didn't play it, right, Joey?
Not really.
Yeah. So and you didn't play it. Did you play it, Phil? I can't remember. I know I didn't ask you that before. Halo? Yeah.
I have Infinite on my computer. I haven't played it since I downloaded it, but I am familiar with the Halo franchise. I used to play it all the time. 8th grade growing up, that was one of the things we would play avidly. But I for sure dumped a lot of my time into Halo 3.
Yeah, okay.
Quite a fair bit of time. Halo 3 and 4 for sure.
When you guys watch the series, you probably feel about it the same way I do, and it's that it's I'm not really invested in the story of the game. And look, and I just noticed today, which is funny, when I was watching yesterday's episode, it says based on the Halo universe, as the so it doesn't say based on the Halo video game.
Yeah.
It says based on the video game universe. So I guess that's why they can, they took a couple liberties or whatever. A lot of people don't like it, the hardcore fans, but I think it's pretty good. And 2 episodes left. Hopefully they can, do some have me waiting for them to come back because this second season has already been approved. So give me a reason to come back next year, you fuckers. Tonight, still going to cancel probably my Paramount Plus till it comes back out because there's nothing on Paramount Plus. But there is Sonic. I did watch Sonic again last weekend. Oh yeah, I need to see the second one, dude.
There's a new Jackass series coming apparently.
Yeah, and there's also Top Gun's on there too. So if you want to watch that as a refresher before before Maverick, I'd recommend that. But yeah, maybe get rid of it in June.
June, okay. All right, y'all, man. As usual, I appreciate you guys coming on the show, man. We've had a good conversation. Like I said, look, if you haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, go see it. Go see it. Spoiler review on World's Finest on Sunday night. We'll be talking. We'll be, like Phil said, diving deep into the multiverse of madness. And then we'll talk. Probably, I'm sure we'll mention again the Top Gun footage that came out on because it was absolutely fun. As I was watching that shit, I was just like, you motherfuckers. Like,
right.
Let's drop this particular little piece of footage because we know you want to see it, but let's really make you want to see it. And it because they could have, who knows, they could have dropped the first time, when Maverick, I'm sure it's going to happen when he comes in and meets the new recruits for the first, they could have dropped that footage, but instead they decided, no. Let's drop some heat, and they did. It was absolutely incredible. So so we'll probably talk about that again. And House of the Dragon, guaranteed to talk about that shit because
I'm gonna have to watch the trailer because I haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
Oh yeah, Meg's gonna probably make the dragon joke. The dragging these nuts across your face.
Yeah,
so
dragging. Yeah.
Prepare yourself for that.
Yeah. House is dragging these nuts across you. Yeah. So that's the show, you guys. Appreciate y'all jumping through. Appreciate you guys, Phil and Joey for coming on as always. And see you guys on Sunday night. If you hold up, what the fuck? I was looking for something. Okay, here we go. So if you if you haven't watched Moon Knight, watch that shit. It's fire. So and we'll go more into depth on that on Sunday too, as far as because Meg's not on the Friday show, so she we hadn't heard her opinions on Moon Knight. Well, I have. Me and Joey have.
Yeah.
But, as far as the mass majority, what she thinks about Moon Knight, we'll talk about that on Sunday as well.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, thank you guys for showing up. And as always, and this is I just remember this. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, as always, on the ACS Universe, what you hear on here is our opinions. This is what we think about things, pop culture, movies, comic books, whatever. If you agree with us, that's fine. If you don't agree with us, that is also fine. But if you are some of these assholes out here that, feel as though our opinions are shit because it's not the same as yours, I have a message for you right now. See y'all next week.